Hi guys, I hope you can see and hear me. I do have a bit of an echo, which let's see if I can get this better. Can you guys hear me? Let me know in the chat. All right, can you hear an echo? Maybe it's just on my side. Okay, let me see. Okay. Still echo. All right, I'm gonna do it without. All right, let's start. I'm still here. All right, guys, I'm gonna log out one more time and log in again, and I hope that it will get better. Stay put. So I don't think I can log out. So we'll try. All right, guys. So before I can get started, let us know in the chat where you're from. And in the meantime, I'll get my tech stuff ready. All right, let's see where you're all from. Having a little bit of difficulties with my tech today, which is annoying. All right, so we have Kelly from Washington, Amin from Mexico City. We have Ana Kuana. Oh God, I'm butchering your name probably, but you're from Connecticut. And we have Pablo from LA. We have Dory from Springfield. And Sai in sunny San Francisco. Hi, Sai. Welcome. We have Terry from London. Awesome. We have Bachman from, Amy from Iowa, Kelly from Virginia, Dominique from Georgia. Wow, awesome. Welcome, everyone. So I still can all hear me. The sound is much better. I guess that's because Sai is here and helped out somehow. I don't know. If you did, thanks. Anyway, so my name is Yamile Yemoonyah. That's how you pronounce my name. Yamile Yemoonyah. And you can find me at spiritguides.co or spiritguides.co. You can book a reading there with me, a one-on-one reading. You can also click the green book a reading button and you can check it out. And if you're interested, book a one-on-one reading. That would be 60 minutes and it's just the two of us. And I can give you way more information than I can give you in a mini reading today. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, come on over to Crowdcast. The link is in the description because only when you're here, you can get a free mini reading. Otherwise, you can just watch it. That's fine too. But if you want a reading, come on over to Crowdcast. If there are any tech issues, first try reloading the page. Otherwise, there's also a little button, I think it's down here for you guys, that says get audio and video help. So you can click that as well. Awesome, you guys can hear me? Awesome, yoo-hoo. Yes, there's lots of people from all over the world. I love it. I'm waiting for the day that we have all continents here. So before we can get started, also there are a few things that you need to know. First of all, my definition of spirit guides is a little bit different from maybe others that you have heard. So I want to make it clear what we're talking about. For me, a spirit guide is any kind of being that comes from the higher realms and is connected to us in unconditional love and wants to help us on our spiritual path, or in day-to-day life. So that includes angels, it includes ancestor spirits, anyone who went before us, basically. It includes nature beings, like elves, fairies, gnomes, etc. It also includes star beings, otherwise known as aliens. But alien sounds a little bit creepy to people because we tend to think about scary Hollywood movies, but it's not like that at all. So that's why I call them star beings. It includes ascended masters who used to be humans here on Earth, but they left the reincarnation cycle and are now helping from the other side. And then we have gods and goddesses from all over the world, and power animals, otherwise known as spirit animals or totem animals. So any of these can come through for you today when I do a mini reading for you. The second thing you need to know is that they show themselves in a way that makes sense to us as human beings. They don't really have like black hair or brown eyes or anything like that because they are an energy frequency. You can feel that energy frequency if you train yourself to do so. You can feel it physically, a little bit like you feel like a strong bass in music. That's similar. But again, we're humans. We have a hard time connecting to energy frequencies, so they show themselves in a form that makes sense to us. The same goes for names. They don't really have names, and it's not really important to know their names, but sometimes they will give us a name, so we have an easier time to connect with them. If I get a name for you, I will tell you. If you don't get a name, don't worry. It's not because they don't love you. It's not because you don't have any spirit guides. It's not because they don't want to work with you. Everyone has spirit guides. Everyone has an entire team of spirit guides. And you all can hear them, by the way, but you just like think your expectations are too high. That's why you can't hear them. But that's a whole other problem that I'll tackle another time. So then also, if you already know one of your guides, it's probably a new one coming through, although sometimes they will give you a little extra confirmation by letting me connect with a guide that you already know. But usually it's a new one. Otherwise, you could just like talk to them yourselves. And then also, and this is very important, like you will get the message that you need to hear, not necessarily ones that you want to hear. Like your ego might have questions about your financial life, your romantic life, all these like human issues that we have, and these are important issues. I'm not saying like ignore them or they're not important, but I will give you the message that comes from your guide, and the message that comes from your guide is for your soul and your soul growth. So that's important. Sometimes they will let you ask questions, and then you can ask like all these questions that you have, but like make sure that you listen to the message that you get. And if you think it really through, you will see that the message you get relates to the questions that you have, but you might have to think about it a little bit. For example, if your question is about like making money, making more money, and then your guide starts talking about like opening your heart chakra, maybe you need to open your heart chakra to be able to meet someone that you would have otherwise never like said hi to, and that turns out to be the person that gives you a new job. So make sure you listen to what your guides have to say. And then the last thing is like how I work. Like I close my eyes like this, and then my head usually goes a little bit to the left, and because to me it feels like the information is coming from up here, so I naturally do that. And then I will clairvoyantly see your guide, and I will describe them to you. And then I get like the messages, like they just kind of like drop them into my head, like a download. It's called claircognizance. And I will just tell you what the message is. And sometimes, like I said, you will be allowed to ask questions. So before you can get started, go to the ask a question section. It's down here. And type newbie in the chat, but only if you're a newbie, obviously. If you've had a reading from me before, then you're welcome to listen and watch, but like I only do free readings for newbies. So find the ask a question section down here and type newbie. Hero has already like explained to you guys how it works. Thank you, Hero, very much. And I think we can almost get started. after we do our opening prayer. So if you guys want to close your eyes with me and take like a really deep breath in through your nose and out through the mouth. No worries about making sounds, no one can hear you. And again, in through the nose, really deep. And out through the mouth. And relax your shoulders. And one last time, in through the nose. And out through the mouth. And relax your jaw and your face and your eyes and ears. Awesome. And now I'm going to call on my spirit guides to come and join us in this space and help me connect with your spirit guides. I specifically call on Archangel Michael to protect this space and only bring through beings that are connected to us in unconditional love. I also call on your spirit guides to come and join us in this space and use me as a channel to give you the messages that you need to hear today. And so it is. Thank you. All right, guys, so one more time, go to the Ask a Question section and type in newbie if you're new here. And only newbie. I don't want any questions or anything else because otherwise it gets really confusing to me. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. We have Amin, and I'll invite you on screen. I'm gonna invite like 2, 3, 4 people at the same time. If you are on screen and I'm already doing a reading for someone else, please mute yourself so we don't have any distractions from your background noise. All right, Amin, I'm going to invite you on screen. So I'm sending this invite. You'll get an invite. You'll have to say yes, and then you'll come on screen with me. All right, so who else? We have Terry.
Hi, hi.
Here we have someone. Awesome.
Hi.
Give me a
Thank you
sec.
so much.
Hi.
Hi, thank you so
I
much.
can't see you yet. Oh, there you are. Hi. But I
Hi.
can't hear you. What? Yes,
You
now I can hear you.
yes? Okay, thank you so much.
Awesome. All right, so let's see. I'm going to close my eyes, and it might take up to 30 seconds. All right, so you definitely have an angel around you. It's a female angel. Wait, let me turn down my volume a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so female angel, she's telling me that you are someone, like you have a really sweet personality. You're a little bit shy sometimes. You're really compassionate. I wouldn't be surprised if you're a vegetarian. You're also highly sensitive, and your friends come to you when they have problems. And you're a natural counselor, or yeah, you could be a counselor, or you could also be a caretaker in some form. Does that make sense to you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's see what her message is for you. All right, she wants you to understand that your sensitivity, also the fact that you need like your alone time, and that you can't be with like crowds of people for a very long time, or it makes you feel very exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
Like that this sensitivity is a gift and not something that you have to get rid of.
Okay.
In fact, if the more you develop your sensitivity, the more you will see that it is a gift. Because the more sensitive you are, the more you can tune in into like other people or animals or plants, like any kind of other being. And in that way, you can basically blend with them and understand them better and help them. So when it comes to work, you really want to do something that is like interactive, like that involves either people or animals.
Mm-hmm.
And it also has to do, like you have a healing ability. Not maybe not necessarily in the sense that you use your hands, but more because of like your compassion and because you understand them. And that's something that a lot of people don't experience, to be fully understood. And that's a very healing experience for people. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
But she's also saying to make sure that you don't get taken advantage of. So what you want to do is like really train your sensitivity. Maybe take a psychic development class, because that helps you train your sensitivity. And it helps you set boundaries,
Okay.
because most sensitive people don't understand where their boundaries are.
Mm-hmm.
And so others can just like come into their auric field and into their personal space. And they don't do it on purpose. They do it because like your doors are wide open.
Okay.
So it's very important that you understand that you have a responsibility for like changing these kinds of situations.
All right.
So yeah, take some kind of like psychic development class, or find a book about psychic development. That would be very beneficial for you.
Okay.
By the way, your angel is like dressed completely in white, but has dark hair, a little bit the same color as you have.
Okay.
She is also wearing white high heels, and she says she's showing me herself in high heels because she wants you to connect with your own like feminine side a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Like really feel what it's like to be a woman, and really shine that out into the world.
That's beautiful.
Do you have any questions about that?
Yes, I have a question because I know I have a healing gift, but I don't know why I have also artist skills. So I try to understand why I have all these gifts and try to connect them, but I don't know why the part of the art is is making me, no, sorry. I don't know why the art is going so important for me these days.
Okay, let me ask.
Thank you.
Well, the art is important, first of all, because it helps you to open up your seventh chakra, in the sense that you basically, when you open up, you let the inspiration in, and then you let it flow into your artwork. So it's basically your personal psychic development training.
Okay.
It helps you to trust in your intuition and your connection with the spirit world.
Oh, wow.
Because when you do artwork, you have to like be a channel and let it flow through, just like the same with any art, like music or like even theater. It's the same thing.
Yes.
The second thing with your art is that your art has healing properties itself, because like it flows through you and your energy is in it. So
Okay.
like the people that get the artwork or buy the artwork and have it in their home, like the energy from that artwork influences them and their auric fields and therefore heals them.
Wow. Wow. That's beautiful. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I hope this helps you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And
You're very welcome.
greetings from Mexico City.
Oh, thanks. All
Thank
right. Thank
you.
you. All right, let's see who else here. Okay, I'm looking at the question answer sections to find other newbies. All right, we have Terry Johnson. I'm inviting you on screen. All right, let's see who else. I'm inviting Kelly on screen. And let's see. Amy. All right, remember guys, you'll get an invite. You'll see that. You'll have to accept. All right, we have someone, I think. Okay. I can't see you though. Oh, there you are. Ah, okay, awesome. Hi there.
Hi.
I can't clearly see you.
Hold on
It
one
makes it a
sec.
little bit hard. All right, I can't wait very long because there's lots of people waiting. Oh, there you are. Awesome. All right. All right, let me tune in. All right, here we also have an angel, but this is a male angel.
Okay.
In fact, I think this is Archangel Metatron. And I have to say something about this. Like if an archangel comes through, or a goddess, or a god, it's not that you are the only person that works with them. They work with like millions of people at the same time. But like they come through because they have a special for you at this point.
Wow.
So Archangel Metatron is telling me that you're like a bit of a rebel. You're not someone, you don't like rules. Also, you're very much connected to the indigo energy, and the indigo, even though that might not be your generation, but you have that energy. So yeah, you don't like rules that don't make sense to you, and you can't like just go with them. You will be the one to speak up. Does that make sense to you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So Metatron is the angel that works with the indigo people. And again, this is like one generation that is very much influenced by the indigo energy, but there are also people outside of that generation.
Okay.
So he's working with you specifically because like your purpose in life has to do with your rebelliousness. Like it's a good thing, even though like some people might not agree because they are the ones you don't agree with. But you're part of the basically tag team that came here to Earth to change the systems, to change the old guard, and to shake things up a little bit. But it's important for you to know that you are a rebel with a cause. So don't just like be against things, but be for things. So be part of the solution. Don't just like be mad at the old systems. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So find a way for you that you can change the issues that are close to your heart in a positive way.
Okay.
Like, how can you be a leader in the change? This could be like in a company that you work in, or you could start your own business, or you could just do it on the side by, for example, going out in nature and clean up a little bit. Whatever brings you joy and whatever is close to your heart is fine. And also, you're very purpose driven. So when you don't have a purpose, you get like restless. And then you start rebelling against like things that are not worth it. So always have a cause that you're working on. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Do you have a question about that?
No.
All right, awesome. Well, then I hope this helps you.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, let's see who else. I still have a really strong echo. I hope you guys don't have that. So it's a little bit distracted, but it works. All right, so okay, thanks, Sai. Okay. Did we have Kelly on our? Oh, that was you. That was you, right? Okay, so now we go with Dory. I'll invite you on screen. Yeah, thanks for the tips, Sai. I don't have any other crowdcasts open, so I don't know. Or maybe do I? Ah, got it. Yes, I do. All right, so. Oh, yes, much better. Yay, thanks. All right, let's see who else I can invite on screen. Emmanuel, I'm inviting you on screen. And there we have someone. Let's see who it is. Hi there, Dory. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So let's see what I can do for you.
Okay.
I'll tune in. All right, there are actually two beings for you. There's a nature being and an angel. Do you have a preference? Dory, are you still there? Oh, we lost her. All right. Then I'll find someone else. Let's see. Kim, I'll invite you on screen. And Dominique, I'll invite you on screen as well. And I'll keep going until someone pops up. And I'll invite Sai. And let's see. And Anna. I know you have a longer name, but you told me Anna is fine, so I'll invite you on screen as Anna.
Hi.
All right. Ah, there we have someone. Let's see who it is. Hi there.
Hi.
Kim. Oh, how are you today?
Good.
Awesome.
I'm so excited to be here. I've been waiting.
Awesome. So let's see. Oh, strong energy, definitely. Oh, Kim, I haven't had this for a long time, actually. There's a star being here for you. Very beautiful, very hard to describe, though. Also, like just like the angel before, all in white. Ooh, have you ever seen The Matrix? The movies?
No.
Ah, too bad. There's like a character in there. It's like an opera singer. I think it was The Matrix. I'm not sure. If it was another movie, I'm sure someone else knows. Please type it in the chat. I think it was in The Matrix. There's an opera singer, and she's like from another star system. She's very beautiful. She looks like that. It's very hard to describe. She is not like human-like. Has a very beautiful voice. It's very tall, female. But yes, all in white, like also like white skin, and she's wearing like a dark blue dress that is like kind of glittery, and she's definitely standing on a stage. Let me see if I can get a name. Okay, so she says this is like hard for us to pronounce, but it's Fahua. So the way she spells it in our human language is F-A-H-U-A, Fahua. Okay, let's see what her message is. All right, she wants you to look up at the stars more at night. Although I do have a feeling that at least as a child, you used to do that quite often. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So she wants you to basically reconnect with the stars because part of you is not entirely from Earth. So I don't know if you know this, but there's this term called star seeds, which people use to self-identify as beings that have lived on other planets and in other star systems. So you can look that up on Google and you'll find a lot of information.
Okay.
She's also telling me that you're very like sensitive to frequencies, sounds, music. Like music really influences like your emotions. Like you're someone like you can actually cry if you hear like very beautiful music. You understand that?
Yes.
But you're also sensitive to frequencies like vibrations that come from people or even objects. So you are someone, you can take an object and just hold it in your hand and feel the frequency and get information about the person who that object belongs to. Have you ever tried that before?
No, I can, I just get an energy, like a feel when I'm around certain people, but I've never paid attention or believed I've had any experience as far as objects go.
Okay, yeah, maybe you want to try it. It's called psychometry. You can Google it and find it like an exercise how to do it. I think you would be great at it. So what you can do, for example, is like get a friend to bring like a watch that belongs to someone else. So some like you need an object from someone that you don't know.
Okay.
And then just hold it in your hand and just either write down whatever comes to your mind, and don't be afraid of being like wrong or making a mistake. Just write everything down, or just like say it out loud to your friend, whatever you prefer. Whatever comes to your mind, it doesn't matter. Like write it all down, even if you think it doesn't make any sense, or if you think it's not related, everything. And then tell your friend what you wrote down, or your friend will hear what you said. And only after you're done, let her confirm what was correct and what wasn't. And you'll be surprised like at how much is correct. And everyone can do this exercise. It's super fun. So I definitely recommend it to anyone. So let's get on with your reading. So you also pick up on like I said, energy frequencies, and sometimes because you don't know that you pick up on it, it has an influence on your well-being. You might suddenly like get a headache or not feel well or something like that, and it's not actually you, it's coming from someone else, or actually from like a place or a building where there's energy present. So the same goes for you, like psychic development, take a class, read a book about it, because it will help you to understand what is your energy and what is other people's energy. And it will help you to develop your sensitivity towards vibrations and energy. Also pay attention to like when you're with different people, how their energy feels different and how it influences your energy different. Like everyone's vibration is a little bit different. And if you start like training yourself with that, that will be very beneficial for you. Also for your health, because you do get like these symptoms that are not yours.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm not being told what symptoms exactly you have, but it could be like a headache, or that you feel like really down suddenly, or feel really like cranky suddenly, and you don't really know why that is. And that's because you're picking it up from other people or from places.
Yeah, down and cranky, not the headache.
Ah, okay, there you go. You're also very sensitive to like places. Like I said, like a place can also take on the energy. For example, a house can take on the energy of the people that live there. And even if they move, the energy can still be there. So for you, it's important.
That's my situation right now.
Ah, well, there you go. So again, like it's important for you to train this sensitivity that you have towards like vibrations and energies. Because then you can deal with it better. First of all, you recognize it. That's very important. Second of all, you can like keep it out of your aura so it doesn't influence you in a negative way. And third of all, you can like clean it if necessary.
So I should just clean out the energy rather than move.
Yeah, definitely try cleaning first.
Okay.
So I don't know what you've tried before, if you've done anything, but like you can clean with sage or Palo Santo.
Yes,
Do that first.
we did each of those ones.
Okay. Like one time might not be enough. Like keep doing it. If like do it every day. If it's like really bothering you, do it every day. And see if it helps. If it helps a little bit, keep doing it until it's like really clean.
Okay.
Second of all, you can set the intention. You can basically sit down, meditate, and then open your mind a little bit, like your seventh chakra, but not too far because you're not entirely sure what you're dealing with. I'm not saying there's like bad spirits. Most of the cases have nothing to do with bad spirits. It's just that it scares us a little bit because we're not used to it. It could be a very friendly spirit, or it could just be like the remnants of energy from someone. But basically, just sit down, meditate, and set the intention that you basically tell them, like this energy, listen, I'm here now. If there's something that I can do for you, then feel free to tell me, but only if you're on a frequency of love. If there's nothing I can do for you, then you can either tell them it's fine to stay as long as you don't bother me, or please leave.
I've done something.
But you have, yeah, but you have to do it with conviction. Like it has to come like from your belly. It can't come from up here. It has to come. Yeah. Also, do you have animals?
I have my mother's cat with me. My mother just passed.
All right. If like to pay attention to in which room the cat like behaves differently, because cats are very sensitive. If the cat is like always staring at one corner, then you know where the energy is, and then you can like put a candle there, for example, and let it burn for 24 hours. Also, if you're comfortable with this, you said your mom has just passed, ask your mom for help, because she is like in the spirit world. She can see what's there and deal with it too. So ask her for help.
Okay.
You don't have to hear her answer if you think you can't hear it, but just ask her and she will definitely help.
Okay.
You can also call an Archangel Michael. That's always a good one when it comes to like cleaning energy out and protection.
I did do that.
Okay, awesome. And then one more thing that I can think of is like get salt and like really put it all around the house, like a circle around the house, basically.
Table salt?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. Yeah, but this whole thing that's happening right now for you is also, you kind of called that in because it makes you aware that you're sensitive, and it makes you aware that you can feel these kinds of things, and it makes you aware that you need to learn about it, and then you can actually, if you wanted to, do these kinds of things for other people.
You mean make a job out of it?
Or just like for fun.
Okay.
But yeah, but like I said, you're definitely good at like places and feeling the energy in places. So you will also be good at like once you learn how to deal with it, how to clean the energy. So look into that and see if that's like something for you.
So what specifically does my star being, what does she do for me? How does she watch over me?
She helps you with like basically training you with like vibrations, because like she communicates in vibrations. So usually our guides come to us because we have similar personalities, to say it like that. And so she is someone because she works with sound, which is a vibration. So, and you are someone who's like very sensitive to vibration. So she helps you with this, to develop it and to work with it.
Okay. So is there any way to ask to guide me towards what my purpose is? Like I'm sort of in a transitional position right now.
All right, she's saying your purpose is to change vibrations, like because you're sensitive to it, you can change it. That's but that's your general purpose. You can like raise vibration. Usually, when people ask me about their purpose, they don't really want to know about their general purpose, but about their jobs.
Right.
When it comes to that, but like this is important. Like realize your purpose is like raising vibration. Then you can look at jobs. How can you raise vibration? You can do that in all kinds of different forms. Like I said, you could like start doing house cleansings for people, but you could also work in an office job, and you would automatically, because it is your purpose and you can't help it, you would even there like change vibrations and bring the vibration up. So in the end, it doesn't matter what you do for a job as long as you keep doing this. So what I recommend is like follow your joy. Like if you start, for example, reading about vibrations and how to deal with them and how to do house cleansings, and you feel like this, you feel drawn to that, then follow that. If it doesn't, then don't. I'm sure you have hobbies or things that you really like doing that bring you joy in your life, that light you up. These are the things that you need to be doing more of, because like the more you follow your joy and your bliss, that's always one step closer to your purpose. No one has a purpose that makes them feel bad. So it's always a good idea to follow, like I said, your joy, and you will automatically go in the direction of your purpose and your highest good.
Makes sense.
All right. I hope that helps you.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. All right, let's see who's next. All right, we have Anna. I hope that's okay that I say that.
Yes, yes.
All right. So let's see. Let me close my eyes. Oh, I have to take one more look at you. All right. So for you, I don't see the spirit guide right away, but I can tell you that in a past life, you were a priestess. So you went through a spiritual awakening in a past life, and you already served the spirit world in that past life. So in this life, you feel very close to it. You might not remember like why you feel close to it or why you feel drawn to these topics, but that is why. Oh, interesting. Like your past life was also not here on Earth. It was somewhere else. I actually think it was in the Pleiades, but I'm not 100% sure. All right, so your spirit guide is what we would call like a goddess. And this is like the same goddess that you kind of like worked with in that past life. And I say like we call it a goddess, again, like all of our guides are energy frequency. So it's like the specific energy frequency that you worked with back then. I can't clearly see which goddess it is, so maybe she will reveal more in a second. Right, okay, so for you, because of that past life, rituals are important to have rituals in your life. For you, it's important to have an altar. Right, so for you, it's, this is hard to say. Like you're someone, you can really devote yourself to something. And when you devote yourself to something, then you do it 100%. Does that make sense to you?
Perfect sense.
Yeah, so that is basically what you should do now, like devote yourself to something. And while you do that, that will make you happy because that's what you're used to. You devoted yourself to working with that like goddess back in that past life. And your entire life was like created around this. So if you, for you, it's important, like I said, like to have an altar, have like representations of the 4 directions, have a representation of, okay, it's not one specific goddess, it's like what we would call like the goddess. Sometimes that is what happens. So have a representation of the goddess like on your altar. And for you, prayer and meditation is very important. And that's what I also mean by rituals, like have a set time of the day that you do your meditation and your prayers. It doesn't have to be hours and hours and hours. You're not a priestess anymore. So like, even if it's 5 minutes a day, or even if it's like just after you get up and you rush out of the door to your job, like do a quick prayer, even if it's 30 seconds, but like have these rituals throughout your life because that really gives you like a grounding. And it really helps you. It helps you focus also.
Go through an experience for yourself.
Also, water is important to you. Like when you take a shower or like take a like bath, really visualize that the water is like cleansing you and your aura. Because for you, it's important to keep your like energy as pure as possible. You're like from that past life, you are used to a like very high vibration, like be on a very high energy level. But you can only reach it when you keep your energy pure, like clean, basically. So also important, like healthy food, no junk food, healthy, like also what you drink, like water and tea and these kinds of things are good for you. Don't drink too much Coke. Don't drink too much alcohol. All right, she says like, even though now she appears as like basically the goddess, which like the female principle of life, if you find one goddess that like really that you resonate with, it's totally fine to communicate with her in this form. But know that you're really connected to, like I said, the female principle in general. Do you have any questions about this?
Actually, no. Everything you're saying makes perfect sense to me.
All right, awesome. Then I'll leave you
Thank
with
you.
this. You're very welcome. All right, so now we'll get to Sai.
Hey there.
Hi, Sai. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Let's see. All right, you have like definitely a whole team around you. I mean, we all do, but I can see a few of them. So let's see which one wants to talk. But I can definitely tell you, like, you also have like a star being around you. All right, let's go with the star being. Like, you have a star being around you. All right, so actually there's like, this is like a whole, how do I say this? It's not just like one star being, it's a collective. But like this one is basically the representative to make it easier for us. They're working with you because you are someone like you, you're someone who connects, but not necessarily by like through you personally, but you connect energy. How do I say this? Like you connect energy points to each other, and you are the one who builds like the let's say there are two stars, and like there's a light beam that connects these two stars. You are the one who builds the light beam. I hope that makes sense. It's really hard to explain. You do that on like several levels. On one level, you connect like that star system that you work with the Earth, but at the same time, you do it also with humans. And again, like that's basically your purpose, and it doesn't matter what you do. You automatically work on like these, building these light grids. You have people that work on like the Earth grid. They update the energy grid that is around the Earth, but that's not what you do. You work on like that energy grid that connects the Earth to the rest of the galaxy. They're also telling me that like when it comes to personality, like you're someone, you also don't like big crowds. You like need your time for yourself, and you need that time for yourself to like align yourself with your purpose and your higher self. Being around like a lot of people can be like stimulating, but it can also be too much. So that's when you retreat. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out like what star system it is that this collective comes from. And I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so I'm not 100% sure. This is just a feeling, but it could be Arcturus. Have you ever like felt like a special connection to that star system?
Not directly, but I have been sort of, in general aware of that system.
Okay. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. But also like in past lives, you have lived in different star systems. There are people that have like mostly lived in one, but you have lived like in different ones. So I think that's why it's hard for me to pinpoint. Oh, okay. And you've been like working on this like your job, like connecting, like I still don't know how to exactly. It's basically like someone who okay. So you have like had a few past lives here on Earth, so, and you have like worked on this job for a long time. This is just a new life that you're working on the same thing, like building this like energy grid that connects the star systems and the planets to each other. They're telling me that this might sound like very abstract to you. But like your soul totally understands this. You're definitely not here like just for your own soul growth or just for fun. You're definitely like working on this, like connecting these systems with each other, and you've been doing this for a long time. Okay. Once like this job is done, and it's either like after this lifetime or like maybe one or two more, maybe you're gonna go on a kind of like holiday. I've never heard this before, but that's fun. Because then you've basically completed like this job that you have, and then you're gonna go like and relax. So there's like a really nice future for you. Your job is like way more important and way bigger than you realize. Like you play a really big part in like what the Earth is going through, and actually the entire galaxy is going through, by like raising, by going like leveling up energy wise. And yeah, they're saying like they don't mean that in a sense to like you're the most important person in the world or anything like that, but like you have like you decided to come here and take a like pretty big responsibility. But they're also saying to not take it seriously, because you actually have fun doing it. So the same goes for you, like always follow your bliss. That's always like, always follow your joy. That's always the right path when it comes to making decisions. Don't only do the things that like this, don't follow the shoulds, but follow your joy. And then you'll always do the right thing. All right, I hope you understand this, like what I was trying to tell you, like about like your purpose. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay. This is like, yeah, kind of hard to explain. Let me see if there's anything else. I want to know if you have any questions.
Oh. Yeah, what would they recommend would be a way for me to, if in times of like needing to make a decision or needing more clarity, to get more guidance?
Learn channeling. You're someone like you can do channeling if you want to. So
Is that
Sorry?
Is that channeling for others or just directly just for myself?
Well, like the question was like how you can make decisions. So in that sense, it would be for yourself. But if you want to like, you could do it for others as well. And it would be good for you to like practice on others, because it's like easier to verify if information is correct if you do it for others than for yourself. And so like you will build like your confidence in yourself. But like you can directly like connect to like that to this group of beings that are working with you by channeling. So for example, automatic writing would be a good exercise for you. And I do this by setting a timer for 20 minutes, and then I just start writing, and I keep writing no matter what. If I don't know what to write, then I write, I don't know what to write, and then something else comes up. So keep writing. You can just do the same thing by talking. So record it on your phone and just keep talking for 20 minutes. No matter what comes out, just let it all out. But yeah, that would be a good way for you to connect with your guides. By the way, like they're showing me the color blue. Like, so you're connected to the like blue ray. Have you ever heard of the 7 rays?
No.
Okay, maybe Google that because it's too long to explain now. But Google that, the 7 rays. You're connected to the blue ray. Blue is like also about communication. And like connecting like the star systems with each other is like a form of communication. So there's lots like your throat chakra. That's also why channeling is like a good way for you. Do you have any other questions?
Is there a particular way to get into the state of channeling that they would recommend?
Okay, let's see. Yes, so they're telling me when you meditate, like connect yourself with the center of the earth by growing down roots or a tube or whatever makes sense to you, but connect yourself with the center of the earth. Then open up your 7th chakra. Like visualize a white beam of light, connect with the center of the galaxy. Then focus on your aura. Focus on the space around you, and try to feel the space around you. Like to try to physically feel like what's right to you, what's left to you, what's before, in front of you, and behind you. And then like expand, like expand into that space with your own energy. Expand as much as you can into that space, and then call on your guides to come join you in that space. For you, that would feel like probably like it's coming from above, like some energy that comes down and you can feel it. And the more you do that, the more you will be able to feel their energy in your space. And then once you can feel that energy in your space, try to like ask them and get closer to you, as close as possible. Not like inside of you, but close. In mediumship, that's called blending. If you can't feel them, ask them again and again. Come a little bit closer. Come a little bit closer until you can feel them. You can feel there's another energy. There's another like personality. You can feel like what kind of personality that is. You can feel what they look like. You can feel like how they move their like head, for example. It might be a little bit different. This will take some practice, but the more you do that, the more you will be able to feel that other energy, and the closer you blend, the better you will be able to channel their energy. It's a little bit like being an actor, and you have like this character and you take on the character and yours goes a little bit to the background. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's the best way to learn to channel. Oh, and also they're telling me to like there's to recommend a book to you. There's a book, it's called, I think, How to Channel. God, what's it called? And I think it's by someone called, oh God, Sanat, something with S-A-N. I think that's what it's called, How to Channel, and like one of the authors starts with S-A-N. If you can't find it, like send me an email or something. I'm happy to find it for you.
Perfect. Yeah.
All right. I hope this helps you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. That was perfect.
All right. Awesome. Awesome.
Bye.
Thanks. All right. Let's see. Whew. Sometimes, like, also when you like do this kind of work, for anyone who wants to do some psychic development, and that like psychic development is good for all of you. Like everyone who shows up like to these kinds of things, or like goes to psychics or mediums or channelers, you all have like your own psychic abilities. So psychic development is great for you. So when you do this kind of work and you like work with the spirit world, sometimes you get like either really hot, like me right now, I'm like, whew, or you can get really cold, or you can get like tingling sensations in your fingers, or you feel something. I have that very strongly, like I feel like static in the air that gets stronger and stronger and stronger. Or sometimes it feels like your heart goes faster and faster and faster. That's actually not your heartbeat, it's like your aura, because your aura has a vibration, and the faster the faster your vibration becomes, the more it feels like your heart is vibrating more. So don't get alarmed if anything like that happens. All right, so let's see, who else? Ooh, it's already really late. Okay, I'll do one more. Let's see. Yes, Dominique, thank you. The author is Sanaya Roman. That's it. Thank you. I love you guys. You always help me out. Okay, let's see. All right, Dominique, I'll invite you on screen. Oh, it says incompatible. You're on a device that's not compatible. Sorry. Guys, when I send out like the email, the invitation email, there's a link in there that actually says important. I don't know how to make it even more visible, but there's a link. Click on it before you come to the reading, and it will tell you exactly what technical requirements you need. And try that. Like Dominique, come again next time, and we'll try again. Okay, we have Jose. Oops, I lost you. Oh, there you are. Okay, I'll invite you. You'll get the invite and you'll have to accept. Okay, Dominique changed. Okay, I'll try again. Sending invite now. Who else? And we'll try Tracy. All right, no one yet. I'll just keep inviting people. So Kiera, I'll invite you. All right, so, oh, we have someone here, but I can't see you. I don't know how this works. There, yay, someone is here. Okay, let's see who it is. Oh, hi there.
Working.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, awesome. Well, then let's see. Oh, I can't see you anymore. Ah, there you are. Awesome. All right, let's see. All right, there's a nature spirit here for you. And he's like, funny guy. He's like, I can't even keep up. Anyway, he's telling me right away that you have healing abilities. Are you aware of that? Are you still there, Jose? Hello? I can see you. I can't hear you anymore. All right, well, I'll just tell you real quick what they're saying. You have healing abilities. You have worked as a healer in a past life. You have healing abilities in your hands. You probably have like really like warm hands and sometimes like tingles here, or it gets like really hot here sometimes. Yeah. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's because you have the healing abilities. You really want to like read more about that or take a class. You also really like animals. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, it does.
Yes. So you, in fact, like you've worked in past lives as an animal healer, but you can also do it with like people. Animals give you like a lot of like energy. Again, you're also someone that you need your alone time. You need to like let go of all the energies that you take on like out in the world. And animals help you do that. Also for you, it's like beneficial to live like more like in the country, not so much in a city, because it drains you. Also look into like ancient magic practices. I have a feeling you've looked into that already. Does that make sense to you? Do you understand that? Like, have you ever read a book about magic? And I'm talking like the ancient magic, not like the illusionist magic. Did we lose you? Yes, we lost you, I guess. Anyway, like, so look into that because that will be beneficial for you. You're someone you can really like work with space. You can open spaces. You can open. Basically, you're someone who can open what some people would call wormholes, in the sense of like you can, by just setting the intention, you can open a door to the other world. Let's say it that way. But you need to be like, you need to realize that having this ability is a huge responsibility, and you can't use it for your own good. Of course you can, but like not in a bad sense, obviously. So they really want you to use your abilities to help others. So yes, they want you to like train your healing abilities, train with animals, train with people. And that will set you on your right path. Also with like the magic. So I hope that helps you. I hope you still hear this. All right, let's see who we have here. Takiera, hi. Can you hear me? Oh, I think you're muted. Yes, okay, awesome. Oh, now I muted you again.
Okay.
No, yes, now it works. We both tried to do it. All right, let's see. All right, definitely an angel around you. Again, lots of highly sensitive people today. You're also very sensitive. And you're what is called physical intuitive, which means that like you pick up also on energies. But like for you, you can feel them physically, and also the energy kind of like you absorb it into your body. So for you also, it's very, very important to understand how your own energy works. It's very important for you to understand how to set boundaries. And this goes for like, not just like the boundaries towards like the spirit world, so they don't bother you, but also with like physical other people. So people don't take advantage of you, because that has happened in the past. Am I correct?
Yep.
So learning like the basics of psychic development, and this is like so important for so many people. Learn the basics of psychic development, because it gives you a much better understanding of yourself and your own sensitivities, and it helps you, like I said, to set boundaries and to deal with like your abilities, basically.
Okay.
You're also a very caring person, and I do see children around you. Do you have like your own? Do you have children your own,
I
or
do. I
do
have
you
my
have like?
own. I have 2 boys.
Oh, yeah, okay. And are they still smaller? Like
Yeah, I
somewhere
have a
between?
1-year-old and a 10-year-old.
All right, yeah. All right, so the angel, like, I don't know if I said this earlier, like the angel is a female angel. For you also, it's very important, like healthy food, very, very important, because like what she said, that you're a physical intuitive. You have a very, like your body is very sensitive. Also pay attention to what you eat, pay attention to what you drink, pay attention to the medication that you take. For you, like when you take medication, you like react faster with like negative side effects than others. Have you noticed that before?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And I say this because your guides are saying this. I also have to say I'm not a doctor, so please take this with a grain of salt and always check with your physician. But that's what they're telling me. So also like when you're you do have healing abilities as well. So when your kids are sick, for example, like just being with them and like putting your hands on their tummy, for example, if they have a tummy ache, that already helps, because like you can like, because you have like these healing abilities.
Okay.
So use that, yeah, with your kids. Do you have animals?
My mother has a dog, but I personally don't have any pets.
Okay. But you could do the same, like if you had pets.
Okay.
It would be good for you to have pets, by the way. What else?
Does my angel have a name?
Kira.
That's hilarious. Well, maybe that explains why my name is Tikira then.
There you go. Anything else? There's something like with like work. There's other work for you coming up, not right away, but like in a little bit. Like you're gonna make a big change when it comes to work in a few years. I can't they're not showing me exactly what it is. I can only see that there's like going to be a big change.
Okay. And that's really interesting because I just decided to leave healthcare. I've been in healthcare my entire life, and I've, outgrown it. So I'm looking to do something else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense. Did you leave like healthcare because it like drains you?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. That's also again like why your angel is telling you to learn about like psychic development, because you're very sensitive. Like you take on like the energy into your body, and so it drains your energy. When you learn like how to basically protect yourself, and again, this is not protection from like bad spirits, but just protection from like the energies of other people. Because when you take on the energies of other people, it's not your energy, so it's like in the wrong place with you. So it kind of like drains you. So when you learn how to like protect yourself and set boundaries, you won't be so exhausted when you do this kind of work.
Okay.
Also, you do have like mediumistic abilities. Have you like as a child seen spirits or anything like that? Or even as an adult?
Absolutely. Yes, still to this day.
Yes. Right. That's another reason why you left healthcare. Did you see spirits around people?
I did. The area that our department was in, it was in the old mental health ward. So I felt negative energy every time I set foot in that place. So yeah, it was very overwhelming.
Yes, makes sense. Definitely for you, the most important thing, again, psychic development, and for you also mediumship development. Have you ever taken any classes or workshops
No,
or
not
read a
at
book
all.
on the topic?
Mm-mm.
Definitely do it. It will make your life so much easier.
Okay.
Because you will understand what you're going through, you will understand what you're seeing, you will understand what you're feeling, and you will know how to deal with it.
Okay.
There's a book like on mediumship. It's called, I think, Introduction to Mediumship by Gordon Smith, published by Hay House in their Hay House Basics series. Read that book.
Okay.
And then go from there. Like find other books on Amazon that speak to you, but read that book. That will really help you, and it will really explain, like I said, explain things to you. And it's important for you to understand these things because they're not going to go away. So, yeah. Do you have any questions?
No, this has been extremely helpful.
All right, awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. All right.
Thank you.
I've gone like 30 minutes longer than I wanted to. I really hope like this helped you guys. If you didn't get a reading today or like the tech didn't work out for you, please come back next time. Read like the important part, like the link, click the link in the invitation email so you know how it works. And yeah, definitely come back next time if you're a newbie. And thank you all for coming. All right. And yeah. Oh, also, I forgot almost. Like we have like a Facebook group, and I do answer questions in the Facebook group. It's called Spirit Guide School. So you can go to spiritguideschool.com and it will redirect you to the Facebook group. Come join us there. And also, if you feel that you want a one-on-one reading, then please like click the green button below. It says book a reading, check it out, and you can book your reading. Also, if you're a newbie, you'll automatically get a coupon code sent to your email inbox right after this. I think right after or in an hour, something like that. So you can use that to get a discount on your first reading. All right, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, I can't stop it. What's going on? Again.